John Granato and Lance Zierlein from the bench mornings on ESPN 97.5. Let's talk a little Astros baseball. And Lance, I think one thing that has gotten by, and haven't talked a lot about, is the new rule where a relief pitcher has to face three batters, can't just come in and face one guy and then get out of the game. The Astros bullpen is hurting right now. The Astros bullpen is thin. This may be a problem if Devo has to face at least three guys in a critical situation.
Yeah, I think one of the things it's going to do is really force managers to feel very strongly about who they're going to put in at any particular time, and you know it's going to really do away with the specialist unless they get to a point in the lineup where they have multiple lefties going all at one time. So yeah, these guys who are expected to just weasel out of an inning. You can't do that anymore. You're going to have to prove that you – and I don't know long-term if this is going to be a thing, John. I just don't know if Major League Baseball is going to love the fact that they're forcing you to see three batters, but it really doesn't matter because that's what we have right now for the Astros. And with the Astros, I just think that Dusty Baker now has to have complete confidence in whoever he's going to, and it's going to make it much less likely that they bring in guys that they're not confident in with men in scoring position. Like, you really don't want to see that happen.
Well, and I used to think, well, it's a little bit overplayed that you go righty and then a lefty and then a righty in the batting order, because
Right.
You could bring in a lefty specialist to face that guy, and lineups are predominantly right-handed. But you may see Dusty Baker having to move Brantley into the 3-hole and Bregman into the 4-hole so that you don't bring in a right-handed pitcher, because if you go Springer, Altuve, Bregman all in a row, you can bring in a righty and then bring that lefty in to face Brantley and then Yordan Alvarez after that. You're going to want to split up Brantley and Alvarez now for sure. So Bregman may be back into the 4-hole where he was before. But a thing with the Astros, since they're so thin right now, Lance, is that you brought it up this morning. We're probably going to have 8-6 games, probably going to have 6-4, probably going to be a lot more games in which the Astros are going to have to score a lot of runs, which is where that nice lineup comes in handy.
Yeah, I think maybe, in terms of being more aggressive on the base paths, the little things to add crooked numbers onto the, onto the scorecard, you may have to see that, because now with lesser pitchers being forced to face three hitters, that could be something that really adds a half run to each game. We don't know how it's going to play out, but I do think that this year, if you've got a team that can hit, you worry a little less maybe about some of the bullpen issues that you would have had in the past. Or you could look at it this way. The bullpens could potentially be an issue, so you have to hit. And if you don't hit, you're a team that's going to really struggle. And granted, I guess you could say that's been Major League Baseball for quite some time now, but the Astros very specifically have an issue with losing 2 or 3 relievers. Urquidy is not there. You don't have Garrett Cole anymore. So they're going to be a little more cognizant of putting some early runs up on that board and getting a cushion.
Yeah, and like you said, I think today you're being a lot more aggressive at the plate. And I think we saw that with the Royals. They jumped on them early. They're hitting the other way. They're going after pitches that maybe they would be watching otherwise, but they are going to be a lot more aggressive. Wait, listen, they've got, the cheating aside, they've got one of, if not the best lineup in baseball. And so, yeah, now, when Verlander's pitching, when Greinke's pitching, hopefully when McCullers pitching, you're not going to have to worry about that stuff, that you'll be able to pound people and be up by 3, 4, 5 runs. But the other guys starting, it is going to be a little bit worrisome that you're getting into big numbers in these games.